Hi, I am back doing the energy reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We're asking Spirit what Leo needs to focus on currently. Leo placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you're new here, I read intuitively. My readings are not gender nor sexuality specific. I read the energies of masculine and feminine. Leo placements. What do they need to focus on? Judgment. Letting go. Some of y'all always trying to tell somebody what to do. And it's like you really don't know what you're talking about. It's what it's giving. Like you go to a place that has nothing to do with what's really going on. Like basically you're unbeknownst to you, you're triggered. So you go to a place that has nothing to do with the subject. So for example, I was at work. This was years ago. I was working in tech, right? And I was sitting there with my supervisor, or no, they weren't my supervisor at the time, but it was a supervisor and a cohort, right? So we were talking, and I said something about like family or ways of being. So the cohort was like, said something like, you know, they didn't like what I said and the way that I said it because it reminded them of an aunt that had caused them some sort of pain and some degradation, something, right? So they didn't like that I used the term. Now, mind you, I wasn't talking to them. I'm speaking in general. We were having a group conversation. Me, the supervisor, and this cohort, or I should say co-worker, not cohort, right? But we were on the same playing field, is what I'm talking about, like the same position. So they didn't like what I said, but it was a group conversation. It was general conversation. It wasn't directed at them. Oh, this is out of focus. Hold on. Yeah, so it wasn't directed at them. Oh, there we go. What is it? Oh, I know what I did. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. So it wasn't directed at them, but they took offense to it due to some childhood trauma from an aunt. So then they demanded that like I make amends, or I don't remember them demanding an apology, but the energy changed. They were aggressive, and it was just like, you know, I don't like when my aunt said that. That makes me think that you're saying this and blah blah blah, and it was very aggressive. It wasn't necessarily disrespectful with words, but energy, because the conversation was just general, like, you know, just sharing and learning. But it's just like, okay, now we talking about you and your childhood. We weren't even talking about that. That has nothing to do with it. But it was just like I had to say, like, I'm not responsible. And I believe I said something in terms, I know I said I'm not responsible for basically your perception based off of your experiences. Something I had said like that, because I wasn't. So I wasn't going curtail or bow down or apologize. And it wasn't an apology being demanded, but it was some type of justification because of what they felt to do with what they experienced that had nothing to do with me. And it was unhealed maternal wounds. Leo, I'm saying all that to say this, right? Unhealed maternal wounds, because I was talking to cisgender males. They were different in terms of sexuality and, you know, upbringing and things of that nature. So because we all have talked about this here and there, right? But and not that that's even relevant, but they were males. So I'm just saying this is a masculine dominant energy. Leo, you are, but this is giving masculine dominant energy that needs to heal some type of mother wounds, because that's what I thought of, and this is my intuitive channel. because I feel like the response, you know, you need to kind of like fall back, because unbeknownst to you and your third eye, you're being triggered. You're not consciously aware. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, and you are coming off judgmental is what, you know, I'm getting here. I'm here to talk about it, right? Clarify this in the 3D as it relates to Leo planetary wise. And I'm saying that because and I know people are like, okay, you a Virgo. How you talking about judgment? Because a lot of people say Virgos are judgmental. I'm not judgmental. I don't really think Virgos are, but I do think we call it like the fuck we see it, you know, but we do that with ourselves too, you know, because it is Virgo. As a Virgo, I'm highly critical, right? But it's inward, outward, and if a Virgo don't fuck with you, they not gonna say nothing, right? But this isn't necessarily about Virgos. This is about you being judgmental. But like we sidetracked for a minute because of some unhealed trauma. We got some opportunity here. Sextile. Collaborates, assists, explains, provides opportunities, synergizes, creates possibilities for, opens doors, promises, brings insights to. You trying to expand, Leo. And you're having a hard time because in order to expand, to go higher, you need to shed off what is technically holding you down. It wasn't holding you down before, but now you want more. Saturn energy, we have Capricorn here. I'm hearing in Uranus, even though this is not Uranus, but so it's giving Aquarius energy. Discipline, structure. I'm hearing verbatim, you think you know it all and you don't. Now, this could be you, Leo placements, or somebody around you, right? Discipline, structure, time, responsibility, tasks, ambition, difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self-control, tradition, realism, container, bones, maturity, gravity, scaffolding. It's like the structure needs to be rebuilt. You know, your foundation of awareness, and you need to come into more of your feminine energy, but it's really giving impossible, even though it's not impossible, but it's giving impossible because you need to heal some feminine wounds to do with a maternal energy. Could be childhood trauma. Could have been some oppression and some trauma. Trauma blocks out your gifts. So we have judgment here. It's giving me third eye, which is intuitive. I see, right? You may want to get some amethyst and meditate on your third eye. Some amethyst. You can use it for all the chakras. But I'm just giving like trauma really suppresses your gifts. You know, it puts you in survival mode, and sometimes we have to be in that so long, especially if it occurs in our house with our parents, that we don't know no other way to be. We've learned how to function in it. But I feel like with this here, this expansion that you want and you got coming in order to get this, you're going to have to release judgment. But I'm hearing, I lose control when you're not next to me. Oh, yeah. So it's given like you need to focus on releasing judgment and seeing within, because you're looking outside of yourself. You can call everybody else on their shit, but you can't call yourself on your shit. And then when somebody tries to talk to you about it, you got every excuse in the world. And you know, explanations are explanations, right? But after so long, it's like, when you gonna do something about that shit? Because the explanation and the reason why is valid. Not that you need anybody's validity, right? But it's just giving like, is this going to keep being the explanation? Because now you know what it is. So now you know what it is. Then you should know to fix it. Or you should know like, okay, this is the reason. This can't be the reason anymore. I don't even want to be here anymore where there is any type of reason, right? You want more for yourself, but it's just giving more in the material. and not in the mental, spiritual, emotional to get you more material. Second house assets ruled by Taurus, right, is in the reverse. This is material world. Like I said, you want more material. Material world, possessions, finance, talent, value, solidity, worthiness, wardrobe, luxuries, credit score, security, aesthetics, right? Giving Venus energy. But, and we are in a Taurus full moon. You need to be releasing what no longer serves you, you know, in terms of judgment and not going within, because you want expansion. You want opportunities. You want open doors, road openers, promises, insight, clarity, welcomes, development, right? You want all of that, but it's just like, in order to get there, that next level, is you could be used to playing Super Mario. I ain't played that in so many years. Bottom of the deck, the star card, healing. Clarify this in the physical. So I could have the little, for Leo. I'm getting Taurus energy heavy. Clarify this in the physical for Leo. So I could have the little song wrong, but you trying to level up. I never saved the princess. Maybe you did. I don't know. But it's like, now you got to save yourself and relinquish judgment. Like, let go of it. You know, you trying to call it like you see it, but you ain't seeing it clearly here due to these trauma blinders of these unhealed maternal wounds. Leo. Again, you could have Taurus in your chart. Taurus could be sextile something. Yeah. This trauma is really like stealing opportunities from you. Like, this judgment, like, it's really giving you betraying yourself. Betrayal, deception, getting away with something, acting strategically, trickery. You're definitely betraying yourself and tricking yourself out of these opportunities. Synergy. Shit just ain't cohesive the way it used to be. But I mean, normally when you need to get shit together, it's not going to be the way it used to be. It's like, now you have to level up. This is not serving you anymore. That's not doing what it needs to do. So how are you going to get more? Let go of this shit. Sacrifice some shit. We got lack of inner joy, smugness, dissatisfaction, indulgence, materialism, inner happiness. Like I said, this is about materials for you, right? You know, but it needs to be about healing. I mean, don't you want to enjoy those materials? Don't you want to have more? Your sky's the limit, Leo. Very courageous, very strong and brave of heart. But not when it comes to this deep healing. You want to stay on the surface. Taurus energy. And Taurus is not like a surface person, but Taurus is represented by the bull. It don't take much to trigger the bull. And there's training and programming and conditioning with that. Like that's what you need. So I'm getting Venus energy. Again, I'm getting feminine energy, the mother, right? With the Venus ruling Taurus, this energy. And then second house, like I said, that represents Taurus. It's overall, you fear change. You fear change, and you need to stop it, because this in the upright, right, is luxury. Venus energy, luxury, Taurus, and Libra energy. Luxury, stability. You're doing this for assets. You want more money. You want more possessions. You want to live comfortably and luxuriously on this 3D plane, you know, in this soul body, Leo, right? Take out what resonates. But it's just like there's a lack of inner joy, a dissatisfaction. Materials ain't materializing the way they used to. And like you're trying to bring in more opportunity, more expansion. And I get it, right? And you should. And you've done it before. But it's just like new levels, new devils, right? So with that being said, you're going to have to heal some of those demons, because this is giving self-betrayal here. You creating opportunities, but you're sabotaging them due to you being triggered. And maybe you put some niceness on it and you say it professionally, but a fuck you is a fuck you, whether you say it professionally, slang, streetwise, whether you use sign language and give them the finger. It is what it is, like, you know, because as you leveling up, Leo, it's just giving the smugness. People are not stupid, you know, because I've had people that I've known in my life, they feel like if they get loud, if they get ignorant, if they get boisterous, if they get dramatic, which Leo is known for, then they'll get what they want. And it worked on a certain level, right? But now, these opportunities you are going up for, these opportunities you want, desire, and feel you deserve, Leo, I feel like you do deserve them, but you on a different fucking playing field. And you're being triggered, and then at the same time, instead of focusing on you calling judgment and you calling out other people. But my thing is, that's cool that you can see that, but since you can see that, why can't you see you? Child, this is a read, and I ain't even trying to read y'all. I feel like this is a Sagittarius reading, Leo. I'm just giving what are you scared of? And I'm saying Sagittarius because usually they're the ones that's, I mean, the fire signs that y'all always be doing a little bit more than the other signs, right? Respectfully, right? Y'all always, it's fire, right? Action. You're going to get it done, right? And I'm getting push it to the limit. But it's just like you want more, stand on it, right? With this celebration, friendship, collaboration, creativity, community, happiness. You want more, go for it. This that I'm telling you, you being triggered in the judgment, that ain't new, right? You're not an idiot, Leo. You smart as fuck, right? For those who are resonating with this, you're smart. If you know this is triggering you, you know somebody that can help you. You know somebody that can give you resources and point you in the right direction. You know how to get it together. It's giving cowardly lion. Quit fucking playing because you sabotaging the fuck out of yourself. You putting yourself in rooms, right, that you should be in. But then once you get in them, you triggered. And then you then had an opportunity and now it's fucking gone. And people can be like, well, what's for me is for me. Truly, truly. With that being said, only you can fuck it up. I'm just hearing you are burning bridges. Yeah. Disappointment, abandonment, withdrawal, escapism, walking away, leaving behind opportunities. Anything else? The overall theme. Close this out for Leo. Yeah, I feel like you're leaving behind opportunities. You're fucking things up. Anything else? Burning bridges. You ain't burning the big bridges, the major bridges, but you burning enough where you got to establish new bridges. And do you even have time for that? Because these are bigger opportunities than you've ever experienced before. I'm hearing tap in, tap in. When you going to tap in? Where was your antennas? Ooh, child. We have tenacity. You're definitely going strong. The endurance is there. The bottom of the deck is the abundance, right? But I feel like with this tenacity here, this strength, like I said, brave heart, you can take the easy way or you can take the hard way. All I'm saying is, once you accomplish this, whether you take the rocky and the tumbled and the fucked up road that needs to be paved, and you're like, fuck it, I'll do this before I do that, before I get that bitch to satisfaction, right? You can take that road if you want to, but you're going to be here again wanting more opportunities, more expansion, more materials, more abundance. Learn it now or learn it later, or be forced to. Thank you, Taurus. If you would like to request a personal, all the information for that will be listed below this video. You can also book on my website. That is listed below this video. Any questions, email listed below this video. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment.